Buffalo won the toss into first, so the veteran Matt Prater will kick away. And speaking of which, right on cue, here is Rico Dowdle from the 1-yard line. And he'll get past the average field position spot, just past the 30-yard line. So in the pocket. They're going to go right to the ground with Chuba Hubbard getting the first carry of the day, and he'll pick up a few. Back-to-back Chuba Hubbard runs to start the day. Moving laterally, short gain. Good play by Dorian Williams. Extra body for Buffalo, gets to Dalton. It is a sack. Third down. So the former Buffalo Bills, Sam Martin, last 3 seasons in Buffalo. Boots one away to Khalil Shakir. Stays in bounds at the 20. And is able to shuffle ahead for a few. Yet here we are. We've got a fun matchup in Week 8. So they'll mix it up. We saw Dowdle return one and Hubbard as the back. Now Hubbard's going to return one. He'll get shy of the 30-yard line.
Really struggled with over the last couple games.
Dalton was a little surprised by that snap, but he handled it well, and he found the rookie Teteroa McMillan.
And design, and also after contact is where he does his best work. For the worst rush defense in the league, it's feast or famine.
He faked it to Dowdle. Dalton backpedaling. Flag is thrown. He lobbed it up there for Bryson Tremaine.
They win a touchdown a couple weeks ago. They're high on Evans.
They had a big catch against Miami. Big hit in the back end. Fake to Dowdle. Dalton running out of time. He'll fling it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. And it is Dowdle, and that's confidence to run it on 3rd down and medium, and he busts it open for a long one.
You mentioned that pony package. They're both in the backfield.
Dowdle, the former high school quarterback, will handle it with Hubbard, and nothing there. Of Atlanta, who went for 170 and had an 80-yard run.
Exactly.
Dalton pumps. Dalton, 37 years old, lost it on the run. Buffalo's got it. And it's Christian Benford, the former Villanova Wildcat, who takes it away. It was knocked away by Greg Rousseau. Responsible for the 6-0 lead. And to the end zone, so the touchback. To honor what Dalton did to help out the Buffalo fans all those years ago. Now he's trying to hurt Buffalo, as he's done 4 out of the 6 times he's played them.
Pitch and catch for that veteran quarterback.
Now back to the ground with Chuba Hubbard, and he'll push it ahead. And
weeks. Feels like that's the future of the room.
Quick out, and it's grabbed by the tight end Tommy Tremble. He'll get 3rd and 3. Dalton past the sticks, caught on cue by Coker. That's Jimmy Horn Jr. That's a backwards pass. They're getting him a lot more touches in space.
Continuing to put this offense together.
Hubbard, left side, 1st down, into the red zone. Just kind of lunged at him. Instead, it'll be 2nd down and 10, and now it's going to be 3rd down and long. Not much there for Hubbard. On 3rd and 7, 7 back in coverage. Dalton floats in, and it's incomplete for Horn. Rookie out of Florida State. And a good job to draw that back to the middle. He's only missed 2 kicks. 12-3. Already 146 yards on the ground for James Cook. Perfect kickoff by Prater. It is Trevor Etienne, the rookie, and he will not make the 30-yard line.
Gilliam is the lead block post-snap.
So here is Dowdle. Short gain on the play.
Run fit players when you change strengths.
They're really leaning on Jimmy Horn to try to get some moves in space, and there is Max
and faster.
Dalton fires left, and it's off the hand of McMillan.
Together.
So Sam Martin, a lot of hang time on this one. Keon Coleman will get a chance from the 20-yard line. It took quite the hit.
That's a really good job there by Carolina's defense.
And they take an option away in a blitz situation. Nothing there for Chuba Hubbard. Nice
before and after the halftime break.
Dalton scrambling and throwing, and Leggett trying to keep those feet inbounds.
That is a loss of down. It'll be 3rd down.
Yep, there it is. He saw that right foot step out.
Right there next to Jatavion Sanders on the sideline. Good job there by the official. Oh, he stepped out a couple times. So
basically like an incomplete pass. Dalton hit as he throws, floats it out there, and somehow it was grabbed.
I'm going to try to take this not to the 2-minute. Interesting.
So now we get to the 2-minute warning. They coaches challenges either. Oh, three-man rush. That is picked off. A.J. Epinesa just grabbed it from Dalton and took it down to the 1.
When you're playing with a 16-point lead, it doesn't matter how you defend the run.
There's Etienne. Trying to find some space past the 30. Right back where he was before the last snap. Just down more. Here's Dowdle as he continues to bang away with another strong run. You have to see Larry Ogunjobi, who's coming back from suspension, a little more. Dalton dancing away from the pressure, throws on the move, and that'll stop the clock as McMillan steps out. And
they cannot let Buffalo get the ball back in the second half.
Dowdle continues to push.
Here in the first half, he's got to get more touches.
Dalton into a collapsing pocket. They're going to have to take a sack and take a timeout.
A sack and pick up as much yardage as you can.
Dalton throws into space. It is caught by Jalen Coker. Dalton with Bosa charging in. He tripped him up and brought him down. There is a flag, though, and it might be tripped.
There's nobody in the middle of the field.
Dalton was looking in that direction, throws in that direction, and McMillan nearly tried to haul it in with one hand.
To be expected.
Here comes a blitz from Buffalo. It's a screen against the blitz, and Sanders takes it down inside the 5. And Dalton on third down. Can't take a sack. Punts, and he takes the sack, and that's going to take them to the end of the half.
Yeah, they're going to go Mayday field goal. I just don't think they're going to have time. You just can't take a sack. They're not going to get everybody off. And oh, did they?
Fitzgerald missed it anyway.
Oh, that was so close. I couldn't tell if Carolina got all
looking for there. That catch and run by Shakir was impressive. And we'll go to the end zone, 35-yard line.
He's a true passer, and obviously both the guys are MVPs.
Dalton starts with a slant strike to McMillan. It's good.
Stay two-dimensional.
Interesting stuff. Thank you, Pam, as always. Dalton throws an incompletion. Deficiencies for the Bills in the first half of the season. Well, seemingly so far, it's worked on both sides of the ball today.
We talked a lot about that run defense. It doesn't matter right now.
And everything is going brutally for the Panthers.
The center's just slightly off with the snap, and it hits him.
It's almost he was like in the passing lane for the snap, essentially. Exactly. Shakir is going to let this one roll. He's going to scoop it behind the 10 and get it to about the 12.
It's a city you're trying to win on the road. Like, offense wins in the regular season, especially the passing game. The run game and defense matter more in the playoffs, and that's obviously what matters in Buffalo. They're not trying to win any more titles. Division. Buffalo is used to being one of the teams at the top of the league year in and year out. Is that another fumble? Oh, boy.
They might let this play through and then figure it out later. It's the rookie Deion Walker. That's a big deal. We're all really thrilled for you, really proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know how long. They keep whittling it down. I'm not sure how long it'll last, but nonetheless, pretty cool to.
Like we were joking around about it a little bit earlier in the week, and I said, you know, and you made the joke, and it's a self-deprecating.
Self-awareness about my career and what we were able to do, and I'm proud of it. But there's a lot of guys who've played that position at a really high level that aren't in the Hall of Fame, and team that's probably got to be added there on the tagline. Probably the most
for Carolina. Dalton off the back foot, right to the sticks. It's caught for
here to in town locally. It's probably the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. Luke blast.
2nd and 6 for Dalton here. Trying to get out of that pocket, and you see the Bills swiping at the ball. And how you guys encourage him is the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, we'd have a spot for you, man. We'd have a spot for you.
I think the size-wise, I
hope that's just for precaution.
Bills Mafia in full throat here in Carolina. Leggett makes the catch.
Little drop back pass.
He gets first catch of the day. Now underneath for Sanders. It's Dallas a couple of weeks ago. There's Hubbard in his second game back. Nice spin, good surge, first down. Timely updates.
Isn't she? She's
awesome teammate, awesome friend.
Play Packers next week, so they got their hands full.
There's McMillan, first down catch. It'll be first down and go to his Green Bay tenure a couple of years ago.
No question.
Here's Hubbard. That's a good sign for Carolina to see him get back into the end zone for a touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the season. As we know are good. Falcons are an interesting team, but that's a divisional game. And Rams and
then Rico Dowdle now really in meaningful moments. He had 7 carries. That was his 8th here late in the fourth quarter of a blowout. It's your ability to get explosive runs, which makes it the equivalent of a pass.
There's a pass to Sanders. And out of bounds. That'll stop the clock after he spent a little bit of time with Green Bay.
Well, while we're talking about coaching youth sports, JJ's actually one of my assistant coaches on my son's baseball team.
Career in Carolina in 2011.
I was here with him.
He was an administrative assistant to the coaches, then became a defensive assistant.
We're certainly glad to add him to the mix.
Yeah, Hoy making his Buffalo debut, won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
More power to you. It's just a question of how long can you do it.
There's ETN with a first down. Tomlin did it a few weeks ago. McDermott will do it today. And that Chiefs game next week will be another nice litmus test for a Buffalo team that had dropped back-to-back games. Had to go into the bye week with a bad taste in their mouths. Joey Bosa, part of a 7-sack performance for the Buffalo defense. And James Cook and Josh Allen combined for 4 rushing touchdowns in this contest.